Now I've done lost my socks. Man, I have got to get going. I have got so much to do. I got to go. I got all the filters. I ordered all my filters to change my oil in my truck on Amazon, but I don't have the oil. So I got to either go to Tractor Supply or Kenworth or Truck Parts Specialist over in Augusta, maybe even Costco, see who has the best price on 1540 weight. Usually it's Costco. I think I'm gonna just go there first. I've got to change the oil, grease the truck. I've got some new carpet over here. You can see that little roll over there. It's a 6x9 roll. That also came from Costco. I bought it last year. What I always do is I buy these rolls like this right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really, really thin material. It's kind of like an indoor-outdoor carpet, and you can fold it in your bunk. My carpet in my truck has never been really walked on. When I bought the truck, I put little smaller rugs in there to start off with. But then one day I was at Costco and I seen this big roll right here, and that's where I got the idea. I was like, you know what, I can buy that, cut it to the size I need and cover the whole area. I put it up and I start between the seats. I cut it in half, and then I get some a razor blade and I trim it around the seats, tuck it under the pedals, cut a little slit in it, fold it around the gear shifter, and in the bunk you can push it up around the corners, get you a sharp razor blade, and it just cuts like butter. And it doesn't move around, and it's easy to vacuum, and if any sand gets on it, the sand vacuums out of it very easy. But anyway, I got to put some of that back in there. It's been about a year since I've changed it. I vacuum it and keep it clean, but you know, over time they just get filthy. And then, what else I got to get done? Oil change, put the carpet in. Yesterday I had to change this rear wheel on my little scooter right here again. This time I put a solid rubber wheel on it. When I bought this thing last year, the thing went flat on me out there in San Francisco. Then it went flat on me again, I think in Pennsylvania. Then it went flat again out in San Francisco. The next time it went flat, I was far away from the truck. I think I burnt the motor up. The motor is the back wheel. So warranty sent me a new one with a new tire, rim, and everything, the whole assembly. I went out to San Francisco on this last trip. The thing went flat again. I said, I'm done. This thing's a piece of crap with the tires, especially the rear one. The front one I ain't never had no problems with, but that rear one, it'll go flat on you in a heartbeat. It just goes down. I don't know what happens. I think maybe the tire turns around and it turns the tube inside. And I don't know. I'm just speculating, but for some reason they just go flat. I don't ever have any luck with pneumatic tires. The lawnmowers, that's something else I got to do. I got to buy at least 2 tires on my older John Deere riding lawnmower. I keep it for going back here in the back of the woods. I usually raise the blades up as high as they'll go, and I can run through the woods and keep everything back there mulched down and chopped down and stay off the sticks and things like that have fallen down. I've got to fix my trailer. I've got to get under there and fix that slider. When you pull the pin that pulls when you pull the switch, and then when you pull the switch, the pins come in. I got to get in there and adjust that. And if I can't adjust it, then I've got to order a new one of those. There's a lot I got to get done. It just seems overwhelming whenever I come home like this, and I got a lot to get done. And I like to get it all done in one day. I don't like to stretch it out over my whole period of my home time. I like to get everything done, and then I'm free to do what I want for the rest of my home time. So I need to get all this done today. I guarantee you I won't do it because I'm just lazy. I'll probably end up going to get the oil today, I might not even get it changed. And today's a good day to get it changed too, because today, this morning I woke up, it was 69 degrees, nice and breezy, nice and cool, no humidity. And you know, in the south it'll change. It'll be, today I think it'll be about 85 degrees, but I don't think it's going to be very humid. Let's take a look at my garden over here. So this here's the garden, how it's looking now. You got the squashes on the front. I've already picked some squashes yesterday. I got a whole bowl of them. But you can see there's some more coming in under here. Some giant, some of these squashes are giant. I love them. I love the squash, the yellow squash. There's one back up in here. The tomatoes, they're kind of doing okay. Like these right here. Ow, look at that cluster of tomatoes right there. Now these are Roma tomatoes. Man, there's a whole cluster of them there and a cluster of them over there. These beef tomatoes right here. They're not even putting out very many tomatoes here at all. I don't see any tomatoes. And the ones that are popping up are like this. I mean, this thing here looks like, look at it. It's supposed to be a big beefy tomato, and there ain't nothing to it. And it's all shriveled up like a pumpkin, like a mini pumpkin on there. I don't know. And that's what they're all doing. There's one over here that's pretty good size. Well, I say that. It's not that big, but it's the same way. It's shriveling up and looking like a pumpkin. It's got deep veins all the way through it. Here's another one right here. It's even bigger, but it's doing the same thing. Is shriveling up like a pumpkin. All right, I've already drained my oil. I'm just going to try to take this filter off without running oil all over my hands. Oh, there it went. It's running all over my hands. Not too bad. Ouch. But I did get it all over me. All right. Let's go ahead and slide this filter back on. Oh, come on. Went on pretty good today. Still dripping out of the filter area. I don't know why I'm filming this again, because I've been filming this a couple times, changing the oil. But it's what's got to be done regularly on your truck. All right, so the oil's been drained, the filter's been changed. It's ready to have the oil put back in it now. And this right here is always the slowest part of the process. When you buy it by the gallon, you have to just be patient and pour it 1 gallon at a time. And then let each gallon slowly drain out at the end of it. Doesn't take too long, but it's better than holding up a 5-gallon bucket of oil, because that first 2.5, 3 gallons of it is pretty heavy. I don't think I've ever had a truck that did not seep fluid out the power steering pump. This thing is always greasy. Every time I wash it, there's always residue and dust all over this thing. If anybody's got any comments to how to make this thing stop leaking, I think it leaks around the hoses. It could leak around this top, because it's always greasy also around this top. It's greasy everywhere around it. It's just all the time. Always leak, and it causes the whole thing to be greasy in this area because it just seems like it sprays all into here. The frame rail gets all greasy. The top of this knuckle here gets greasy on the power steering pump, the motor down here, all around here. It's the only part of my truck that's always greasy or oily is this little section right in here. The only thing I really got left to do now is change this fuel filter, and it's almost full. It's all the way up to here. Before I do that, I'm going to pull my little pan across to this side. And you know what? I think I'm just going to catch the diesel that comes out of that filter. As long as you leave this plug in it right here at the top, I've mentioned that before. Don't let the fuel go down into here. You put the plug in it and let the fuel run down into here. And what that'll do is it'll filter it before it even gets started. I'm going to turn this off if there's any water in the bottom. Then I'm going to catch all this diesel in here. This will get it all primed up when I get ready to put the filter on. Go ahead and spin the ring off. Take that off. Put the new one on. You could change the little O-ring in the top, but I never open that thing up. Rarely do I ever open it. I don't see no point in changing it. I'm just going to pop this new little O-ring on the bottom on and pop the filter in. Push that down and tighten it back up. Give it a little snug. You ain't got to go crazy with it. Just makes it hard to get off the next time. And then got one more filter. Right here. This one's always the worst one for me to get started, it seems like, because it's always got diesel on it, which makes it slippery, and for some reason it just never seems to want to get started on the threads. All right, well, everything in this area is clean now. Drain, it's going to spill. Let me pour some of that out. Just got my hands diesel-y again. Well, I don't really need to hold it from down there, just up here. Come on, baby. Get started for me. Up. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's wipe it down. All right, oil's changed, filters are on. All I got left to do now is grease it up. So if you're interested in changing your own oil, I would recommend getting yourself a good grease gun, investing in a good size oil drain pan, and learn where your fittings are at. You'll save yourself about at least $200, about $200 each time you change your own oil. So for me, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 100,000. It's 4 to 5 times a year. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 1,000. $1,000 a year saved right there just in changing my own oil. And don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty, a little greasy. It'll wash off. And another thing you can't forget about is if you got one is an APU. This one here is a little bit of a pain to get to certain items. That surface is hot. So you can't fill it up without taking this top cover off. So you got 4 1/4-inch bolts up here. So I got to take those off. I got a bunch of little bolts around the bottom. There's like 8 of them all the way around the bottom of this thing. You've got a air filter here. So this front cover here has got to come off. So you got 4 bolts right here. So you got to take this front cover off, the bottom cover off, and this top cover off. Once you get all of that off, you can access the fuel hole, which is on top of the motor up here, your air filter under here, and your oil filter, which is in the back, way up behind the motor. You got to reach up into there. You got to lay on your back to get to that thing too. Since I got so many of these things to take off, it's a number 11 millimeter. I'll just go ahead and start taking each and every one of these off. And that thing really gets dirty quick. It ain't very big at all. You can see right here, it's not very big. Took a break from my job, went and picked up those expensive fast filters. Just one of them was expensive. 2 of them was $22 for one and $20 for the other. That was the fuel filter and the oil filter. But that little tiny air filter was $68. So the 3 filters all together cost me $122. That's ridiculous for the size of those things. For like $14, $14. One part of me is saying just wait and don't put the thing on, because I know I'm not going to leave anytime soon. I could just wait till next week and put that air filter back on and be done with it and take it back. But then I got to carry the thing all the way back downtown, get my money back. I might still do it. I might still do it just for the purpose of it. $68 for a little air filter that's 6 inches tall, 3 inches tall. Anyway, let me get back to work so I can get this thing knocked out, get my oil put in this thing. All right, move all this stuff out of my way. Pull that out. So, here's the two spin-on filters. I think that's the fuel filter. The white one is the fuel, the black one is the diesel oil. Oh my God. All right, that's that. All I gotta do is put the plug back in it, tighten it up with the crescent wrench. That's that. Go get me a little gallon of oil and dump some oil in it, and I should be done with that. Now let's check it. It's way up there. It's at the full mark. Yeah, that's all the way up there, so I think I'm good right there. Now, the question is to put this on or not to put this on. Because like I said, it's just a little old cheap filter. Just pops in right there. You know what? I'm gonna pop it on just because I don't feel like taking it back. And I wanna put this thing on and be done with it. And then that's it.